So I woke up this morning at about 4:30 and I looked at photographer's ephemeris and I saw, okay, not the greatest prediction for a sunrise, but it looked like it was maybe all right. So 6:04 sunrise. I think that's enough time to make it to Grand Haven by Lake Michigan. So get in the car, drive. It gets a little foggy. And I think, well, it's not gonna be a big deal. I mean, a little fog might make a cool lighthouse shot. Still could see the sun coming up, just starting blue hour, thinking, okay, this might be promising, but I'm probably gonna be right on the cusp. Like I'm gonna have to get there, jump out of the car, grab a shot, and hope I'm not too late. And then it starts getting foggier and foggier and foggier. Well, this is the beach. This is what I would call some incredibly thick fog, to the point where I'm gonna go all the way down the catwalk leading out to the lighthouse, and I'm still not confident that I'm gonna get a photo. I mean, lighthouse is somewhere this way, but you tell me. Can you see anything? Because I can't see anything. I probably should edit that word out. I can't see anything. Getting into the sand now, so sidewalk has ended. No idea how close I am to the water. Okay, I can hear the water right over there. I bet we can get right up right by it and just start to see it as we get there. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but there's the waves right there. All right, I've been walking for about a minute off camera, and I think I'm just now starting to see some lights by the catwalk right over there. Here is a clearer shot of the lights coming a bit more into focus. There's a lighthouse somewhere out there. Here you can see the catwalk and its lights disappear into the fog. So, making my way down the pier, still can't see the lighthouse. Not quite sure how far out I am from it, but I can see Lake Michigan on either side of me now, so should be getting there momentarily. A couple of years ago, they started working on this catwalk. Took it off for at least a summer, if not two. So it's good to see it back here. As I continued down the pier, the lighthouse came into focus. I started thinking about potential compositions and whether I should shoot from here or move further up. There's actually another lighthouse behind this one, so the catwalk continues on. I saw a composition here where the catwalk and its lights continue on past this lighthouse as it fades into the fog, so I thought that might tell an interesting story, and I decided to shoot from right around here. So there's the lighthouse, as I expected. You can't see much of anything out here. I can see probably about 50 feet either side out into the lake, and you can convince me there's a sunrise out there right now. If you told me this was sunrise, I wouldn't believe you. I figure I'm gonna shoot wide, so I'm at 16 mil right now. While I was shooting, I saw a boat pass by, and I thought it was interesting enough to turn the camera around just to show how thick the fog is and track the motion of the boat as it just disappears right into that thick fog. It's important to consider moving around rather than focusing on just one composition while you're on a scene, so around this time I decided to start moving towards the second lighthouse, the one closer out towards Lake Michigan. So as I was walking, I started going under the catwalk thinking, this could make an interesting composition just centering this and watching it sort of disappear into the fog. Here's the result. I continued down the pier towards the second lighthouse, and I came across a couple people fishing, although I decided not to shoot there because I didn't want to disturb what they were doing in the early morning with any kind of narration that I was going to give to the camera at the time, and also I thought it would be interesting to go to the other side of the second lighthouse just to see if there were any compositions back there. Unfortunately, I decided not to shoot from that side because I just didn't see anything that really interested me, and also at this point I had been there for quite some time, and it's not prevalent from the video, but it was very humid. So I got what I could in terms of shots, but I'm not sure if any of them are going to really be that interesting. However, it'll make for a great YouTube video. I mean, I've said before how sometimes you go out and it's a complete and utter fail, but you might be able to use something like Luminar AI to turn a photo without a sunrise or a sunset into something good, but I think it's gonna work here. I found a fish. I don't know what it is, but it's a fish. Look at that. It's a big guy. While I was filming footage of this fish that I found particularly interesting, I decided I was done with the shoot for the day, so I packed up my gear and began walking down the pier back towards the beach. However, a fisherman walked past me as he was making his way towards the end of the pier, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to turn around and snap a shot of this guy because, hey, here's another story. And it ended up being my favorite shot of the day. So I don't have any footage of me going down the pier turning around, but here is the result. Since I had my camera bag open after taking that last photo, I decided to pull out the GoPro to record a bit more footage as I neared the beach. It was obvious that more people were starting to come down the pier, so I think I could have had a couple more interesting shots if I'd stayed just a little bit longer. You can see here that the fog is still quite thick with visibility low, which is very interesting to me because normally when I'm here, the visibility is much different, so I was seeing Grand Haven in quite a different light, so to speak. I was done recording again, or so I thought, until I was walking through the parking lot and saw this baby blue schoolie here, which really piqued my interest. Now that I'm getting into camper vans and the idea of van life, I was very interested in this non-traditional RV. As a passenger on the way home, I decided I had the added benefit of being able to stick my hand out the window with the GoPro to just record a little bit of the drive to voiceover. So that was my trip to Grand Haven. I got home and decided to edit the photos that morning, and actually came up with some stuff that I was pretty happy with. So it wasn't a wasted trip at all, even though I didn't get what I was expecting. And that's one of the beautiful things about photography, is sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get when you set out. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you all again next week.